Why is fun so expensive on today's Wednesday Morning Drive? Hey everyone, Matt Cribbs here, and welcome to another Wednesday Morning Drive. Actually, today is more of a Wednesday morning ride for me, because I'm not driving. Over there, I want to show you, over there, there's a little edge. Wifey is driving. Oh, there's her hand. And we're in our other car, because last night we went to Mets-Yankees game, Subway Series. It was a great game, had amazing seats, down 9 rows from the field, whoops, pardon, I'm doing this selfie mode today, so I'm holding this up with my arm, because the mount is, wow, that's really bright. The mount is in my other car, which is still at the parking garage where I took it in the morning, and yeah, so I'm getting a ride to work today. Anyway, next week will be back to normal. So last night was the Mets-Yankees game, and it was great, and I have a weird shadow over my mouth. I can't normally see myself when I'm doing these, so it's very weird to have this view. Anyway, yeah, last night we went to the Mets-Yankees game. It was a good time. Going to games is always fun. It's always, you know, it's nice to be out as long as the weather's nice, and it was beautiful yesterday, not too hot. But, you know, it's a good time just to get out and experience these games, whether you care about the game or not. Just the experience of being in the stadium and, you know, watching something and doing something outside of your normal routine is kind of fun, whether you actually like the sport or not. So I did that. And, you know, a couple weeks ago, I went with, McCribb's version 2.0. We went to a New York Red Bulls game, soccer game. And that was fun as well. And one thing about going to both of these games is the price is ridiculous. The expense that you have to pay for that's McCribb's version 2.1. He's in the back here. He just coughed. I don't know if you heard that. He's watching Curious George, so you might hear that too. But the price is ridiculous. The tickets, fine. The tickets are not too bad. The tickets are expensive enough that I wouldn't make it a habit of going to these games very often. They're not the amount of money that at least I can just say, yeah, sure, let's go this weekend. They're a little more expensive than that, especially for, you know, good seats, but, you know, I get it. It's a limited commodity. There's only a certain amount of seats per game. There's only a certain amount of games per season, and people want to go. And so, you know, you got supply and demand. You'll charge what you'll charge. But once you're there, the food and refreshment is like movie theater style abusive on how much these things cost. We got 2 beers and a water, and it was $25.25, which is just like mind-blowing how much they charge for this. And it's always been that way, and it's part of, I guess, when you go to the game, you're a captive audience. You can't go anywhere. They check your bag, so you can't bring in outside stuff, and they got you, and they know you're going to want a beer, and so, or a drink, or whatever, and my arm was getting tired. Other review, they'll charge what you charge, and it's annoying. It's a pain in the butt, but you're a captive audience, so you're stuck. So you're paying for the ticket, and you're paying for this. But what really, really bothers me about going to the game and buying the stuff is, like, the licensed goods, the souvenirs, the team wear, the sportswear, the scarves, the cups, the whatever it is. And it's outrageous the amount they charge for them. Like, a kid's jersey is over $100, and this is something a kid is going to wear and outgrow in like a year, and you're spending $100 for this. And the adult ones are similarly way more expensive than you should for it. And the argument could be made, yes, they're more expensive because you're buying at the stadium, but that's not true. Because if you look for this online, the stuff is still this expensive. And you can get cheap knockoffs. You can get stuff that is kind of like it. Maybe it's the Yorkies instead of it's not that bad. It's not from China. But you can get knockoff, but the quality is generally pretty bad. But any of this licensed sports material Be it soccer, which, you know, McCrib's number 2.0 likes, the jerseys he's looking at, the balls he's looking at, be it baseball and the jerseys, is that what they wear on a baseball team? Football stuff, even Formula One stuff that I look at. I want a hat. Number one, they don't sell the hat I want. Freaking Sebastian Vettel wears that hat every single race, and they don't make it. It's like you guys are missing out, and he's going to wear a different hat next year, so I'm probably going to want the hat he's wearing next year, but no, I'll only be able to get the hat he's wearing this year. So it's like there are people, and I'm not the only one, there are people dying to spend money on your goods, and you have this license that people want to spend money on. Sell it. And I'm sure there is some economicist, dude who does economics somewhere who evaluated what price can we sell these at. But I mean, there has to be multiple optimum points, because the amount of money you can make is based on how much does it cost to make this and how many you can sell for how high can you sell the price. And there has to be multiple points. They are pricing this stuff to the point where many people are not going to buy it. And maybe they're at like a local maximum of, if we sell it for at least this much, then X people will buy it and we'll make Y amount of money. There has to be a point where they can sell it for lower. More people will buy it and they'll make more money. And it's just, I have to believe that. Otherwise, well, I don't know. You would think if they did that, they would be doing that, but they're not. So it's sad. Not going to have any team gear. Not going to do any of that because it's just, well, okay. No, I won't. Probably will. But I'm not going to like it because it's going to be too expensive. Anyway, just a little rant about how much it costs to actually do the things we want to do. And don't even get me started on the price of actually going to a Formula One race, because that's a sport that is actually suffering. The tickets are so expensive that people are not going to the races anymore. So and all that stuff about, I'm sure there's some I can't say that word. Someone somewhere who's looking at these prices, clearly not the case, because sports are dying and sports have died because they aren't pricing their stuff, their product, at the right price point. Anyway, team owners, fix it. I'll be at your games and races and events and things, and buy your stuff. Have a great week. I'll talk to you next week, guys. Later. Bye.